Married people of Reddit, what do you miss about being single? Things being where I left them. Yep. Can also be an issue with roommates in general. Not having to consider anyone else when making a decision. Someone once said, being married is just asking another person what they want to eat for dinner until one of you dies. I'm responsible for kids and husband's food, and honestly sometimes I just want to worry about myself. Just being alone and being able to do whatever I want. Indeed. This. But after a day I realize I'd rather be married to my wife. Being honest. My own bed. My husband and I use our own blankets. This was a game changer. This was key for us also. She can have her pillow palace with a paper-thin blanket and the thermostat set to absolute zero with a ceiling fan running in the winter. And I can have my 3-quilt death prevention shield. Earplugs were a great help for me also. She can snore all she wants and it has no effect. Not having to justify myself to another adult if I'm getting takeout 2 days in a row. Or hanging out in bed until 2 in the afternoon on a Saturday without anyone hassling you. Worrying about that kind of thing would almost make me feel like I was living with my parents again. Although at least you married people get sex. Not being beaten in my sleep by my wife. I bought a king-size bed so you could fight your dream ninjas on your side of the bed. Stay away from me. Please. It's the snoring that keeps me awake or wakes me up. I have confirmed through my in-laws that she never snored before she met me. My mill noticed the loud snoring, and then when I exited the room, she remarked, "I thought it was you." That's my daughter? It's so loud. The excitement of first dating someone you like. Yes, I remember my friend saying this when she got engaged. She'll never have a first kiss again. I didn't get it as I was still single. But now 15 years down the line, yep, those butterflies, excitement when you phone bings, the lust etc. I miss that, but I miss that as someone in their 20s. Don't think now in my 40s I'd be happy to be back dating again. Now there's something I miss. My 20s. Friends. Don't get me wrong, my wife has done nothing to isolate me. But when you marry your soulmate and best friend, it's easy to think that's all you'll ever need. Add a long hours job to the mix, and before you know it she's the only person you interact with away from your desk. Then kids come along, and you'd sacrifice anything for your family, especially free time. But the kids grow up, and your wife craves time away from you and the kids. Then one day you realize, you're alone. Not having to explain why I did some mundane thing. Wife. Why did you set the toothpaste on the right side of the vanity instead of the left? Me. Oh, I just realized how amazing this sounds. I forgot how it feels to just do a thing without being questioned about it. I'm married and sleep in my own bed most nights. It started because I went to night shift and it was easier than waking her up at odd hours. Now I'm back on day shift and I still sleep there often. Turns out people like having their own beds, and being married doesn't mean you have to be next to the person at all hours. The only downside is most nights the dogs choose her, and nothing is worse than knowing who your dog truly loves more. Mine loves me more. Which is fucking dumb because he slithers under the blanket to tuck near my butt because he's cold. My husband is a goddamn human heating pad. He should snuggle up to him. Life tip. This is still something you can have. It's been normalized for a couple to sleep in one bed in Western culture, but it's actually pretty common around the rest of the world for a married couple to sleep in separate beds. I can't stand sleeping in a bed with someone else. My body temp runs naturally hot, and even on a cold night the extra body heat makes me sweaty and uncomfortable. Talk to your partner about it. I'm not married or anything, but everyone I've brought it up with has been pretty understanding. You just might get your own bed yet. This. My husband and I have our own bedrooms. It's made our relationship way better. It's nice to have your own space and the ability to sleep in the exact way you like. Plus, his snoring. If I would have woken up one more time because of that, I probably would have ended up in jail. The things I miss? Cleaning the way I want. I have a thing about liking to clean when no one else is around, just because how I do it takes time and has a weird system to it. This is the only thing that resonates with me here. I am most productive when I am completely alone. I hate being observed while I clear, or do anything. I don't want any comments. I don't want to hear that I missed a spot. I don't want to hear their method of cleaning. I don't want to hear anything. I want to put in earphones and enjoy my cleaning. Not having to share my leftovers. When I was single, I could treat myself to Chinese food and the leftovers were mine. Now I have to be considerate and share. It's terrible. We don't share leftovers unless we discuss it. If it's the meal one person ordered, then it's assumed to be their leftovers too. I had to explain this to my husband. But yeah, in general I miss knowing that food I bought would be there for me when I want it. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more videos.